Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the London Black Knights. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Exit. Big rip.
They'll run on first down. Done. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
That thing said, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Got it. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, Sam off.
On first down, it's done. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try to wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 15. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try the left side. Booth. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set, ready? 18 Gator. All day, baby, all day.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Dunn. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And a huge play that time. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw on second down. McPherson. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the go. General West. Hey, high 7. Be grip.
From the gun, McPherson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. The point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I hope you brought your lips because I'm about to take it. Shit! Watch the shit! Hey. I got this, man. Me. I got this. Ready?
Now they'll run it on the toss. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McPherson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit.
To throw on 2nd down. McPherson stepping up. He's good. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get them up? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Rock it. I don't think you got it, sir. Check 43. Yeah. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Nelson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Okay, ready? 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the slant. Look, squeeze.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Got it. 55, Mike, 55. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
On 1st and 10, McPherson flush to his right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on second down. McPherson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
$12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to.
And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's done. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. McPherson complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood!
Off the play fake. McPherson. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Bravo!
Throwing on 1st down. McPherson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Ready.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. McPherson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, zoom. Hey, jet.
2nd and 10. In trouble, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Delta. Ready?
From the gun, McPherson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
X3, 218, chopper. Hit it.
They'll try the left side. Done. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Check 52. Alert 3, alert 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 56 to Maya. 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it's hard to defend.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Big grip.
To throw on 2nd down. McPherson, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Got his man. It's Caldwell. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Looking to throw.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready? 10-2 soft. Record.
On first down, McPherson looking left side. He's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Looking to throw. McPherson caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Off play action. McPherson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. McPherson, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. The extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the left side. It's Price, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Undercrush. Hey. Protein spill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McPherson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
56. 3 buds.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
So don't say nothing.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Go now. 10-2 stop. 56. No gain on this defense. No gain. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready, go. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
On 1st and 10, McPherson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked off near the 29. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Packers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they